Welcome to this series aimed at anyone who has recently had a baby and who is wanting to start their journey to recovery. We're going to look at our breath and how that works in helping to build from the inside. We're going to look at gentle movements so that we can start to flow in our body, get to see how our body feels after having a baby. We'll look at working through some mini flows and some standing sequences so that we can start to build strength through the legs. We're going to gently introduce strength through our lower abdomen and throughout the body. I'm really excited to be able to share this with you, as I've been given feedback by new mums who really struggle to get to postnatal classes. Either they're too long for their babies and they feel like they can't really fully engage, or they just don't work in their timescale, especially if they have multiple children. So this series will be cut into short classes so that you can hopefully fit them in to your schedule, however that may look. So I hope you enjoy this. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or message me on Instagram. If you feel uncomfortable in any way throughout any of the practices, please don't push through it. Listen to your body. So please join me on this journey. I can't wait to take you through it. Take it easy, grab your mat, and we'll begin. So let's start today in our easy seated pose. I'm sitting on a folded up blanket just to raise my hips a little so I can sit with a nice straight spine, creating space through my torso. We're going to just gently place our hands towards our thighs, roll our shoulders back, and take a deep inhale here. Breathing in through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. Now I just want you to start to witness your breath. So noticing where you naturally inhale to. So you might naturally inhale through the nose or the mouth. You might notice that you naturally inhale in towards the belly or the ribs or the chest. And there's no right or wrong here, just take a moment to notice how you are breathing today. Knowing that for the next few moments, this is time taken for you. Now I'm going to invite you to pull that focus back to your breath. So inhaling through the nose, placing our hands on our ribs, see if we can breathe into our ribs, aiming that breath or directing that breath towards our diaphragm. Are we able to feel the ribs expand into a full breath? And then as we exhale, exhaling softly and slowly through the mouth. Taking another inhale like that, inhaling through the nose, directing that breath towards the diaphragm, expanding the ribs at the front, the sides and the back. And then exhaling through the mouth. So perhaps as we inhale, we can start to visualize our diaphragm gently pushing down towards the pelvic floor as our ribs expand. And then as we exhale, visualizing the diaphragm moving up and the pelvic floor gently rising along with it. So this time when we take those breaths, let's inhale again in towards the ribs, imagining that diaphragm moving gently down to allow space for our lungs to fill. And then this time when you're ready to exhale, can we imagine or feel or visualize the diaphragm gently moving up and along with it, the pelvic floor following. So again, as we inhale, we're filling those lungs, directing the breath towards the diaphragm, gently allowing it to relax. And then as we exhale, feeling the pelvic floor and the diaphragm rise. Now this is a way we want our pelvic floor to naturally be moving. So as we exhale, we feel a gentle pulling up towards the belly button. And as we inhale, we allow it to relax. So for our pelvic floor to have good functioning, it needs to be able to relax as well as draw up. So again, coming back to that breath, inhaling through the nose, filling up the ribs, front, side and back. And then as we exhale, exhale and blow out through the mouth, and see if we can start to bring in that feeling of drawing up through the pelvic floor, a gentle zipping up through the vaginal walls towards the belly button. And then as we inhale, relaxing. Beautiful. So that is a breath we want to start to bring back into our practice. I know we talk about belly breathing in yoga, and that is for relaxation, and it is a wonderful breath for relaxation, and we'll be doing it in a later series to help us relax. But in order for us to really focus on rebuilding that pelvic floor, we want to focus on breathing towards our diaphragm, expanding the ribs, and on that exhale, feeling that drawing up. So let's roll our shoulders back. We're going to inhale, arms up, in towards the ribs. Allow those shoulders to relax down, away from the ears. And then as we exhale, pushing the palms together, start to feel that drawing up of the pelvic floor. You can allow your head to follow to get a nice stretch through the neck. Inhaling, spread the fingers, keep the arms nice and straight. Bring the arms towards your ears. If you feel like when you come here your shoulders start to move up, just don't bring them up as far. Keep the arms nice and straight so we can feel the strength through our arms. And then as we exhale, push through the palms. Feel that drawing up in your pelvic floor. As we inhale, relax. Breathing in towards the ribs, not holding on to our pelvic floor for dear life. Allow it to relax. And then when we come to our exhale, pushing through the palms and feeling the pelvic floor draw up. Lovely. Allow the head to follow. We're going to walk the hands out and just come into a forward fold. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale with a big sigh. Moving our hands back towards our legs. We're going to roll the shoulders back. Let's place our hands next to our hips here. Inhale, go tall through the crown. And exhale, relax the shoulders away. We're going to walk our left hand out. Bring our right arm over and just feel a nice stretch through our right side. Here, just play around with your neck and just allow it to find a spot which feels nice and comfy. Let's cartwheel arms over, coming over towards our right. And again, reaching through the left arm. Relaxing the right shoulder away from our ear. Feeling a lovely stretch through the right hand sides. Let's inhale both arms up again. Relax those shoulders away. This time we're going to take our hands, and as we exhale, just drop that left elbow down towards the left side, feeling a lovely stretch in the shoulders. Just make sure you're not overarching your back here, so take care of that. On your next inhale, bringing the arms up and exhaling down to the other side. You might notice that one side feels tighter than the other. New parents have really tight shoulders because we're constantly picking up our babes. And then just gently moving from one side to the other. Just warming up the shoulders, getting a bit of movement in there. Again, inhaling both arms up. We're going to exhale, cactus the arms. Hold them here for a moment. Feel the shoulder blades coming together, really opening up in our heart and our chest. And then we're going to bring them all the way down behind us. Again, opening up the chest here, feeling a nice stretch through the shoulders. If this feels comfortable and we're not overarching in our back, we can gently start to move those hands away from the body, away from the ground. Just taking a few breaths here, noticing how it feels. Does it feel good? If it doesn't feel good, back off, bring the hands back down towards the ground. Taking a deep inhale here. We're going to exhale, spread the fingers, really drag them through to the front, bringing them back into prayer. Let's push through the palms, relax the shoulders, and then just gently taking our head from side to side, just have a nice gentle roll, only if it feels good. Let's relax those hands back towards our thighs. We're going to take our right ear towards our right shoulder. Feel a nice stretch there. If that feels good, you might want to gently place that hand towards your ear, only if it feels good. So you shouldn't feel any pressure here. It is gently resting. Taking that arm away, placing it back towards our thighs. We're going to take our left ear towards our left shoulder. Relax the shoulder away. And again, if this feels nice and it's feeling really good and you want to have a little bit extra, taking that left arm and just almost cradling the heads, gently placing it over the side. So there's no pressure here, there's no pulling, there's no resistance. Opening up, placing that hand back down towards the thigh and rolling our shoulders back. Lovely. We're going to take our legs out. We're not going to take them out too wide. So being postnatal, we still have relaxing moving through our body. It might make us feel a little more sort of flexible, but you just want to hold back a little because you can still injure yourself. So just noticing how you feel. If you're really used to like spreading the legs really wide, just see if you can come in a little. So we're going to be sitting up straight through the spine again. Pop something underneath your bottom if you feel like you're starting to sort of round in the back. So we just want to open up through shoulders and the body. So let's inhale, arms up. Again, we're going to work on having those arms nice and straight so we can feel the strength in our arms. And as we exhale, blow out, engage pelvic floor, come into a gentle forward fold. You can let the head hang here so you get nice through the spine. And then we're just going to walk those hands back in towards the body, roll the shoulders back. This time when we exhale, I'm going to ask you to bring in an S breath. So we're going to inhale, arms up to the sides this time, keeping them nice and straight. They can be parallel, they don't have to come together. And then as you exhale, bring the palms together and start making a lovely. So doing that again, notice if when you make that breath, you're able to connect with your pelvic floor a little easier. Can you feel it lift a little more clearly when you add in an S breath? It's not for everyone. I tend to find I can really feel it when I add in that S breath. And if that works for you, use it throughout the class. If you feel like you're not really feeling anything within that drawing up of the pelvic floor, just bring in your S breath and move on with that. So inhaling, this time bring in the S breath and we're going to forward fold. Let's bring our right arm towards our inside of our right leg. You can bring your toes towards your face to get a further stretch. And we're just going to open up in the heart. Let's start to gently flow, bringing our left hand towards our right and then opening up. Just getting a bit of flowing movement through the body, feeling a nice stretch and opening in that top body again. Bringing that hand down, one more, opening up. And this time coming forward Inhaling here, and then exhaling, engaging the pelvic floor. We're going to take our left arm in towards our left leg, and again open up wide. So it's not about how forward we can go touching our toes, it's more about opening up through the heart. And then we exhale, come down, tapping our left hand, inhaling, opening up. Again, if you want to bring in pelvic floor, then bring in that. We inhale as we expand, we exhale as we contract. So again, coming into that forward fold, let's take a deep breath in here, and exhale. Gently walking those hands back up towards us. We're going to bring our left leg in towards our right thigh, and we're just going to strengthen up through the arms and the legs just for a moment. So we're going to inhale, arms up, stretching through those fingertips, keeping our shoulders away, arms straight. And then as we exhale, we're going to place our left hand next to our left thigh, push through the hand and the leg and the knee, making this 3-point foundation and stretching through the side body. Let's inhale, come back down. And then as we exhale again, cartwheel hands over, coming all the way up, pushing through the hand, knee and foot. And coming all the way down. Counter, stretching to the other side. One more time, planting through the hand, the foot and the knee. Feeling a stretch in the side body. We're going to cartwheel, come back down, just placing our right hand by our right hip. Let's roll those shoulders back. We're going to inhale, arms up, and then as we exhale, push through the palms, engage the pelvic floor. Lovely. Taking that leg out, let's give the legs a little wiggle. And we're going to bring our right foot in towards our left thigh. And we're going to do that sequence on the other side. Get our body nice and balanced. We're going to inhale, arms up, stretch through the fingers. And then as we exhale, taking our right hand towards our right thigh, we're going to push up through our right side of the body, getting a nice stretch through the left. Let's cartwheel hands down, placing the left hand towards our left thigh, just having a nice counterbalance here. Counter stretch. Having a nice counter stretch here. Let's cartwheel hands over, planting our right hand down, coming back up, feeling that stretch in the left hand side. You could let your gaze move down towards your right hand. And then cartwheel over. We're going to do that one more time. Cartwheeling hands over, pushing through our right hand, coming up on the knee and the foot. And coming all the way down. We're going to bring our foot in and just sitting in an easy seated pose again. We're just going to bring the opposite leg in front of the other so we can get a nice stretch so that we're nice and even. So I'm going to invite you again to take a soft downward gaze or to shut the eyes. And we're just going to take a moment here. You can bring the hands into prayer if you like, or you might want to just have them resting down towards the knees. And let's come back to our breath. Let's start to notice where we're breathing into naturally. Is it the same place we did at the beginning of class? Do we feel like we're able to connect our breath and the pelvic floor a little more easily after that class, or do we have loads of questions about what we were doing? Are we able to take full breaths in towards the diaphragm? When we exhale, are we able to feel the pelvic floor draw up? And that's okay if that doesn't naturally happen. We're working towards strengthening up so that we can feel that. And if it doesn't naturally happen, Can you ask yourself, can you connect that drawing up of the pelvic floor as you exhale? So just bringing our hands to prayer and bowing the heads, opening up the shoulders and the hearts. Thank you for sharing this short practice with me. I hope it sets a good foundation for the rest of the series. So I hope you enjoyed that short class, which gives us a good foundation for breath work, which we can bring throughout the rest of the series. Again, if you have any questions, please send me an email, contact me on Instagram. I will be more than happy to answer any questions or to point you into the direction of a medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the class and you join me again for the rest of the series, helping you on your way to recovery after birth.